Raining. It is pouring down raining out there. It's been raining like I don't know what these last couple of days. What is up? YouTube, check this out. Katt Williams revealed why he refused to work with Tyler Perry. Now, we all know Tyler. Oh my God. This gonna be perfect timing because as soon as the Diddy trial over with, now we got the Tyler Perry trial. Damn, Tyler, I was ready to change my mind about Tyler Perry, man. Real talk. I seen the movie Straw, like The Last Straw. This is The Last Straw. That was a real good movie, man. I said, this guy got some talent. He can write. But, oh my God. Hey, y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. It's funny because, well, I say all this stuff at the end. Y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Let's check this bad boy. Yeah.
So Tyler Perry got a military base.
That's correct.
Made it into a movie studio and started making movies.
Oh, my bad.
Military base.
My bad, y'all. My bad.
I'm not wearing dresses.
Katt Williams has
no
never been
dresses.
one to bite his tongue, and that's exactly why Hollywood has tried to shut him out. Over the years, Katt has called out industry gatekeepers, behind-the-scenes stuff, and refused to conform to Hollywood's expectations. But one thing he's been especially vocal about is his refusal to work with Tyler Perry. Now, we all know Tyler Perry built an empire off his Medea character, dressing in wigs and dresses to entertain audiences. But according to Katt, there's a major issue here, one that Hollywood doesn't want to talk about. He's repeatedly spoken about the dress ritual, where black actors are pressured into wearing dresses for roles, and he believes Tyler Perry played a major role in pushing that trend.
Him and Tyler Perry can't play a man to save their life. They play good women, and I believe that the best actor should be in the best role. We put too much pressure on Tyler Perry. You know what I mean? He ain't put nobody on. The people that been in his productions, they not famous. All of them can walk through the mall without security. Be what you gonna be, but put your people on. If you a gay person and you in there, put some other gay people on. Put somebody on. Or don't be wondering why people keep saying gatekeepers. Because clearly, y'all are keeping these gates. Clearly.
In multiple interviews, Katt has claimed that Hollywood operates under a hidden system where celebrities must sell their soul to reach the top. He's talked about how entertainers are forced to compromise their values, do things behind closed doors, and play along with an agenda just to stay relevant. He's even suggested that some of the biggest names in the industry didn't rise to fame just because of their talent. They were chosen. One of Katt's biggest claims is that the moment he refused to play the game, he became a target. Over the years, he's faced multiple legal troubles, arrests, and accusations, and he believes much of it was orchestrated to ruin his reputation. He's compared his situation to that of other artists who've spoken out, and later found themselves dealing with similar setbacks. But Katt isn't the only one who feels this way. Other big names in the industry have raised similar concerns. Whether it's musicians, actors, or comedians, there have been plenty of celebrities who claim Hollywood runs on a different set of rules behind the scenes. And that brings us to one of the most controversial claims Katt has made, the so-called dress ritual. He believes that black actors, particularly black male comedians, are pressured into wearing dresses on screen as a way to emasculate them. According to him, this isn't just about comedy, it's about control. Katt has spoken about this multiple times, questioning why so many black comedians have been asked to wear dresses when it has nothing to do with the story. He's pointed out that Hollywood has a pattern of dressing black men in wigs and feminine outfits, often for cheap laughs, and he refuses to be a part of it. One of the most well-known moments where Katt addressed this issue was when he called out Kevin Hart. In an interview, he criticized Kevin for wearing a dress in SNL and suggested that this was part of the bigger agenda Hollywood pushes. He also claimed that Tyler Perry played a big role in normalizing this trend with his Medea movies, where he dressed up as an elderly woman and built an entire franchise around it.
Kevin Hart
wearing a dress in an SNL skit. And Dave Chappelle spoke about that as a comedian. Black actors always, being asked
that
to wear
funny. It
dresses.
wasn't even
Have you
funny.
ran into that? And what do you think about that whole Illuminati theory that people put out there about that?
It is possible that there isn't anything funnier than a guy in a dress. And if that's the case, then it might also be said that there's nothing funnier than a black guy in a dress.
Interestingly, Katt isn't the only one who has pointed this out. Dave Chappelle, one of the most respected comedians in the industry, has made similar statements. He has publicly shared how he was once pressured to wear a dress in a movie. He even questioned why Hollywood keeps pushing this trend, especially when it's rarely seen with white actors in the same way. Now, whether or not you believe in the so-called dress ritual, you have to wonder, why is this pattern so common in Hollywood?
How did you come up with the idea for Madea?
I was watching Eddie Murphy do the clumps.
Okay.
And I thought, wow, let me try my hand at a female character. And I had just done my old man character in my first play, and it done really well.
Okay.
So I said, okay, I'm going to try a female character. I was only going to do it one show in Chicago, the Regal Theater, 79th and Stony Island. I was scared to death the first time I do it. I didn't rehearse with the costume. I never put the costume on.
Right.
It was me, Brown, and Cora. We all on stage. They're like, you're not going to put the costume on? I'm like, no. Day of the show, I put it on, man. I was so crazy uncomfortable.
Man.
But the audience loved it.
Yeah.
It went, I was just like, really?
Tyler Perry's rise to fame is one of the most unique success stories in Hollywood. He went from being homeless and struggling to get his stage plays recognized to becoming a billionaire filmmaker, studio owner, and media mogul. His success is built on his Madea franchise, where he plays the tough, gun-toting, loudmouthed grandmother who has entertained audiences for over 2 decades. Through Madea, Perry built an empire that includes multiple films, TV shows, and even his own massive production studio in Atlanta. Hollywood rewarded him with major deals, partnerships with BET, and accolades like the Jean Hersholt Humanitarian Award at the Oscars. Despite criticisms about his work, Perry has remained one of the most influential figures in the industry. But this is where the conversation shifts. While Perry has reached incredible heights, some folks believe his success isn't just about talent and hard work. There's an argument that Hollywood selectively rewards those who play by certain rules, especially black entertainers who fit into specific molds. This is exactly where Katt Williams draws the line, because in his eyes, Tyler Perry represents everything he refuses to become.
They rock with who they rock with, and they don't with who they don't. But I'm not scared of being the competition any more than you were when you lined up across from a superior team. Yeah, on paper, they're a better team.
Right.
They have all the assets and resources that we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't.
Wow.
Katt Williams has never been silent when it comes to his thoughts on Tyler Perry. He has called Perry a drag queen and criticized him for continuously dressing as Madea, claiming that it plays into a larger Hollywood agenda. According to Katt, the success of the Madea franchise wasn't just about audiences loving the character. It was about Hollywood rewarding Perry for pushing a certain image. Katt believes that Perry is part of a system designed to control black artists by reinforcing negative or emasculating portrayals. He has openly questioned why black comedians, actors, and entertainers are so often encouraged into cross-dressing for roles. And to him, Perry's success is proof that if you follow Hollywood's unwritten rules, the industry will make sure you stay on top. In one of his interviews, Katt pointed out how Perry's productions often portray black men in a negative light, while making black women the center of chaos. Critics have accused Perry's films of playing into tired tropes, violent or weak black men, struggling single mothers, and exaggerated caricatures of black families. Katt suggests that Hollywood keeps Perry in a position of power because his work serves a purpose, even if it's at the expense of a more positive or realistic portrayal of black culture.
He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to LA and in his first year in LA, he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words.
But despite all the backlash, Tyler Perry continues to dominate entertainment. He owns one of the largest film studios in the world, employs hundreds of people, and keeps getting massive deals from Hollywood executives. Meanwhile, comedians like Katt, who refuse to play the game, are often labeled as difficult, blackballed from projects, and left fighting for their place in the industry. And here's the thing, Katt isn't alone in this battle. Other celebrities have also spoken out about Hollywood's dark side and questioned why certain black entertainers get pushed to the front while others get pushed out. One of the most famous examples is Dave Chappelle, who walked away from a $50 million deal with Comedy Central because he felt that Hollywood was trying to control him and push him in a direction that didn't align with his values.
I'm doing a movie with Martin. Yeah. The movie's going good. So I walk in the trailer. I'm like, man, this must be the wrong trailer because there's a dress in here.
There's a dress in here.
They come in. The writer comes in. I think he's the writer. He's like, Dave, listen, we got this hilarious scene where Martin's sneaking out of jail. So he disguises you as the and he put this dress on and what? The prostitute? Nah, I'm not doing that. I don't feel comfortable with that. That should have been in the discussion.
Chappelle has spoken about a moment that made him question everything. The time he was asked to wear a dress for a comedy sketch. He said that it was strange how many black male comedians had to wear dresses at some point in their careers, and he didn't want to be part of that pattern. Soon after, he left Hollywood, fled to Africa, and was quickly labeled as crazy by the media. Then there's Martin Lawrence. In the 90s, he was one of the biggest comedy stars in Hollywood, starring in hit films and his own TV show, Martin. But in 1996, something strange happened. He was found running through the streets of Los Angeles, waving his arms and yelling, "They're trying to kill me!" He was hospitalized, and the incident was brushed off as exhaustion or a mental breakdown. But even years later, Martin hinted that something worse was going on. Through his interviews, he has always suggested that Hollywood had a way of messing with people who refused to play by their rules. This is exactly what Katt Williams has been saying for years. He believes Hollywood has a pattern. When an entertainer refuses to bow down, they're either blackballed, labeled as crazy, or in extreme cases, completely silenced. And Katt believes this is all part of a much bigger game, one that only a few ever dare to speak out against.
They can't control me. You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
But not you, man.
But they can't control me. You see, it ain't no name I won't name. It's up.
Kanye West is another celebrity who has openly talked about Hollywood's control over black entertainers.
They can't
Over
control
the years,
me.
Kanye has made
That's
some
what
shocking
Kanye
claims,
said.
naming high-profile figures and saying they can be controlled, but he cannot. He has said that once an artist reaches a certain level of fame and success, they are expected to follow certain rules. During one of his interviews, Kanye even listed names of powerful black celebrities, suggesting that their careers were only allowed to thrive because they played along with Hollywood's system. He hinted that stepping out of line could result in financial ruin, public humiliation, or even worse.
A lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize.
And this ties directly back to what Katt Williams has been saying. Katt believes that in order to truly make it in Hollywood, you have to be willing to sell your soul, whether that means compromising your values, allowing yourself to be humiliated, or playing into stereotypes that keep certain images alive. The question is, if what Katt, Dave, Martin, and Kanye are saying is true, what does that mean for the stars who continue to rise in Hollywood? Are they just playing the game? Or is there something even going on behind the scenes?
I mean, I'm a conspiracy theorist to a degree. Like when I connect dots that maybe shouldn't be, I don't know. But certain dots, like when I see that they put every black man in the movies in a dress at some point in their career, I'll be connecting them down like, wow, all these brothers gotta wear a dress.
When a celebrity speaks out against the entertainment industry, it's only a matter of time before things start going downhill for them. And for Katt Williams, that decline seemed to come fast. Despite being one of the most talented comedians in Hollywood, his career has been overshadowed by legal troubles, public disputes, and multiple arrests. Over the years, Katt has been arrested numerous times for everything from assault to theft. In some cases, the charges seemed bizarre, like the time he was accused of stealing $3,000 worth of jewelry, or when he allegedly attacked a teenager during a pickup basketball game. While some fans chalk this up to Katt being reckless, others believe there's something more going on. They think Hollywood is trying to discredit him, making sure the world sees him as unstable, rather than as someone exposing uncomfortable truths. Katt himself has addressed this in interviews, saying that whenever he speaks out against Hollywood, suddenly there's a new headline about him being arrested or acting differently. He claims he's been blackballed from major movie roles, denied big opportunities, and portrayed as a troublemaker to make sure his voice doesn't reach too many people.
Are you not afraid about being blackballed again? These are some powerful people.
What do you mean again? These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything. That includes blessings for his people. That's why, you know what the #1 job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What?
Is to act like it didn't happen.
Whoa,
and Katt isn't
whoa.
the only one this has happened to. We've seen it with Dave Chappelle, Martin Lawrence, and even Kanye West. They all challenged the system in some way, and suddenly, their reputations took a hit. Whether it was being labeled as crazy or having their personal lives dragged through the mud, Hollywood has a way of making sure outspoken celebrities don't stay on top for too long.
These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything. That includes blessings for his people. That's why, you know what the #1 job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is? Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job.
At the end of the day, Katt Williams has never been afraid to call things as he sees them. He openly criticized Tyler Perry, spoke out about the so-called dress ritual, and pointed out how Hollywood controls its biggest stars. But the question is, does he have a point? We've looked at how other celebrities, like Dave Chappelle and Martin Lawrence, have experienced similar struggles after refusing to conform. We've also talked about Kanye West's claims that Hollywood controls black entertainers and rewards those who play along. So what's really going on here? Is Katt Williams exposing something Hollywood doesn't want us to know? I want to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and let me know what you guys think. That's all for today. See you in the next video.
Kevin Hart did that thing on Saturday Night Live, man. It wasn't even funny, with or without the dress. The skit was not funny at all, and I'm trying to figure out why he put the dress on, you know. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Y'all, hey, hit me in the comments. Appreciate everybody saying what's up to Uncle Mike. Hey, y'all riding with a brother. Appreciate all the enders and everything. I got a lot of stuff on my mind, man. I ain't been talking about my enders and talking about the daggone Patreons and everything. People leaving. I don't blame you. You know, you support for a little while and then, you know, got to stick with some things, man. Hey, I'm going to get on up out of here. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.